So growing up, like you're in the skate scene, or you're in all these other scenes, and kind of just like vision to start a brand. You Google it. Who are those early inspirations that make you think? Like for me, like we just chatting now before setting up, and thankfully the guys here set up an awesome setup. If you're watching this video, this is not mine. The Group Fly team has done a great job of making us look really good today. Thank you very much.
Tori and Tony, shout out to them.
Like for me, like I base This Is Oklahoma off a few different things, right? And I'm sure Group Fly, you kind of draw from different things. Right. What were those different things that you drew from for early on?
I think the biggest thing is my faith, because I always want to be, someone that encourages and empowers. So I'm an ordained minister. I've been, I was a youth pastor at 19. But just wanting to serve people. So that was the first thing first, and then secondly would be I would have to say. There's this rad dude that I grew up with. His name is Brandon Wilson, and right now, he's designed for Burton snowboards, multiple high level deals. But he was a graphic designer, and I was like, how are you doing this? I was a rapper too.
Back when graphic design was really hard to learn too, right?
When it was crazy,
it was really hard.
It was right when that was a thing.
Yeah.
And so he was also the creative director for a local skate shop called Ride Forever.
Okay.
And he was a huge influence. So he had a brand called Elysium. And that just was the coolest thing ever. You go into the skate shop and just see the branding and see all the things that he did. And this, he was designing skate decks, and this is just I was like, dude, this is insane.
Yeah.
And didn't know what it was. It's called graphic design, but I was like, I kind of put that in my back pocket. And then also the other influence would be just music. The album covers, the clothing. You had at that time, man, you had there's a brand called NYC, Billionaires Boy Club, with Pharrell, all this stuff is coming out. You got Rockaware coming out, and then you got FUBU, all these different brands, and parallel with the skate brands that I love, like Shorties and World Industries, all these cool, skate brands, and it was just so you had all this emerging subculture, underground, underground hip hop was a big thing for me as well, and so all those things were, along with my faith, and want to do something positive and use this vehicle. That's really the crux of Group Fly, and that's and if you really look back, a lot of the industry leaders are from that area. You look at Virgil, you look at Kanye, you look at Pharrell. We're all born in the '70s.
Yeah.
We all grew up at that same time. So it's I call it the code, and me and my friends call it the cloth. There's a special DNA that I think I could tap into that other. It's just because I got to see it all.
Yeah,
I got to see Tribe Called Quest. I got to see Wu-Tang when it came out. I got to see when Snoop Dogg made the Chronic, and that was all. I got Tupac. I was there when he was popping. I was there when he got shot. We saw all that.
Yeah.
And so, but I feel like that's the bedrock for a lot of creative culture today, and shouts out to the new generation that are taking the baton and running with it. But when I saw Virgil, who he talks of the same things that I talk about, and he's the head of Louis Vuitton, I'm like, what a time to be alive, bro. I'm 40. I just turned 43, and I get to do this every day. This is my job.
Right.
I get to dabble in the streetwear. I get to help creatively with other brands and organizations, whatever. But it just trips me out.
Yeah.
So, but that would be the influence. That would be the crux.